Hello friends, in this session I am going to discuss about the roadmap of digitizing the quality systems. So every organization is already having some tradition quality management system, and now we are looking at it how it can be digitized to quality 4, or we can call it as a smart quality management or an intelligent quality management system, which will support to Pharma 4 requirements. So let's look at next screen. So what I mentioned over here is there are process stages which are followed in traditional quality system, and when we are really looking at it, the new smart quality system or a quality 4 system, how the things are going to be different, what changes are expected over there. The first and most important thing in a quality management is we are capturing the data. We are capturing the analytics data, we are capturing the instrument reading data, we are capturing the comparison of specifications vis-a-vis the standards which have been defined and all that. So in a traditional system, what is there is most of the documentation is manual. Like we do go on writing down in notebooks or papers, and then we preserve those documents, and then we go and update that information into some enterprise application or solutions and all. Well, what is happening in digitization is that all the data is captured in a real-time basis. That means it may be directly from the analytical instruments, or even if it is a manual data writing in some qualitative test. I'm not talking about a quantitative, but qualitative. But then that data is also not just getting captured into your enterprise application, but is getting uploaded into a cloud technology. As we know, we are talking about the emerging technologies, and then the first and most important phase to start is updating all the data into cloud. The benefits of the cloud is that all the data is available across the whole organization to all the stakeholders in a real-time basis. So which they can really make use of it for their own purpose, their own decision making. So this is the most important thing in a data capture. Second is, as we say that most of the data, when we are capturing in a manual, there are possibilities of making manual errors. Maybe in reading, in writing, or in data entry or something like that. While when we are talking about the smart system or a digital system, the data is captured in a like Internet of Things, or maybe the sensors, or where the data is directly picking up from the instruments. And then that is where it is having a much better accuracy, or the mistakes are very less actually. And since this data is going to get it shared across the whole organization, even with the suppliers, with the bill passing, with production people, and even updating into regulatory documentation, this accuracy is most important. The third parameter is traceability. Like when you are writing it down in a piece of paper or something like that, we really have no control who has captured that data, who has written it down, and all. This becomes a very difficult thing. While over here in a quantitative thing, it's quality system automatically captures who is the person who has logged in, and has got a complete traceability that which instrument you have used, when it has been used, at what time it has been used, who was the person using it, and all that. So it gives a complete traceability. So even if you want to make sure or you want to recheck it or something like that, the traceability information is available. And last and most important parameter in this data capture, the data acquisition cost is very high in the manual system because it's a person and his time and all that. What I have observed it from the manual to enterprise application also, I have seen the productivity of the analyst has gone up by 25 to 30%. And now when we are really looking at it for a digitization, and it will still go up. I'm quite sure it will have a much better results from that. And the that reduces the cost of acquisition also, which is finally going to reflect onto the quality cost. And then finally, when we are really looking for a complete digital supply chain, all these benefits are going to get added. I mean, these are the direct tangible benefits. Of course, as I mentioned, it discussed it out of accuracy of data and traceability. There are a lot of intangible benefits are also there. So this is just a one factor, one parameter of the data capture. Second is the analysis. Now today, as we are talking about the digital supply chain and the most important technology which everybody is talking is analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, all these things. So analysis in a manual system, in a traditional, is just impossible because the data is not in a structured way. Unstructured data cannot be captured or analyzed also. While over here in a digitized system, the real-time analysis is available. And that makes a big difference. Like especially in a quality system where there is a huge volume of data is getting generated, analysis is going to play an important role, that which samples are to be analyzed, when it has to be analyzed, which tests are to be done, and all. That really helps to cut down the analytics works also, and can really push up the information systems to expedite the manufacturing process, or maybe the analytic process, or decision making support systems and all that, which is very important criteria. And then the next one is the demotivated employees. In a manual system, when an employee has to write down a lot of data, I had seen mainly into pharma or a regulatory industry, it's a huge amount of data needs to be compiled and to be entered and all. And what happens is that every person has got a different style of writing it out. So there is no standardization. And that really brings a lot of workload onto employees, and that gets frustration and all that. While if you really simplify the data capture, you automate the process of data capture and then upload it and all that. Do the comparison vis-a-vis your standards which you have defined it. The employees are motivated, they are very happy, their workload is simplified and all that. That brings the many more tangible, intangible benefits also into the quality management. And then the last one is data sharing. We have seen the data capture, and now we are coming to the data sharing. This is a single user, a single person who is doing that analysis for that particular sample. He is only the person. While when we upload this whole data into a cloud, then that data is available to all the required stakeholders, and that brings a lot of benefits to the organization, like if the sample is passed or if it is rejected, what are the actions are to be taken on, or if it is not up to the mark, but it's a critical component and which you can use it maybe for another product or something like that. So a lot of those decisions can lead to planning people also, and that brings the benefit in the data sharing. Another thing is that even if there is some data sharing, it's a very slow process and hard into a manual system. While when we move to the quality for a smart quality system, it's a very quick and that brings the benefit. And then the last one is there is a no learning capability. Like when you want to see that a particular critical test for a particular raw material or in-process material or a finished product, you want to see the performance of that particular critical test vis-a-vis the last few batches, either of your own manufacturing or from a particular supplier or from the different suppliers and all, which can lead you to decide how you can improve the finished product quality. Which this type of analysis is not possible in a manual system, but when you are talking about the intelligent system or a smart quality system, machine learning has got the capabilities to identify and tell you and prompt you for a right decision making and all that. So these are the various advantages when we move to traditional systems to the quality management system. And that is where I strongly recommend every organization to move from manual systems to enterprise solutions and to digital solutions as quickly as possible to get the best benefits, and which can lead to quality 4 and finally to pharma 4. So I just tried to share the basic concepts about moving to digitization in quality management. And if you have any doubts, queries, feel free to contact us. Our contact details are there on the next page. We are always there to help you and guide you to achieve your dreams and goals. Share your comments also, share with your network also. We are looking out for your comments and suggestions. Thank you. Bye.